alive, everyone. Hello! It is I, Matt, the owner of this channel, and also horribly ill. Today I am joined by Lightspain44,
Hello.
Alverber,
Hello.
Devil Bro, who is currently Canadian
alive.
coma. Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving coma. Happy
Yeah.
Canadian Thanksgiving. Well, it's a day
I was gonna say
early.
we're just hearing him in our mind right now. He's still asleep.
Next up we have Keatastic.
Hi, I don't have anything to say.
But that's a first. Finally,
You
we
still
have
said
Baron.
Hi.
Yes,
Currently choking.
currently choking down Foo.
Yes.
So, Keat, what happened last time?
Last time.
Oh, by the way, Devil Bro, heads up. Saturday has come to a bit of a break, so we're doing Sunday twice each week. So, if you're free on Saturdays, you can come in because we're doing Sundays on those days. This campaign on those days.
Oh. No, I can't do Saturdays, sorry.
No, that's fine. Don't worry, you won't miss much of anything, because I'm going to try and get anything important around everyone being here. I just have a little bit of a thing where running the pre-made is going to be a bit of a better thing for me for a bit.
Case in point of that, not much happened last week. We met a kindly old man.
Last week? You mean yesterday?
We're talking about yesterday, Keith. Good lord. You forgot we just had it yesterday?
Yeah, last week we met a kindly old man who gave us a deal that if we
Part of me thinks he forgot.
he'd give us stuff.
Part of me says that he's just doing it for the memes. We usually would only have this every other weekend.
Part of me thinks that you should stop interrupting his recap, because I'm going to have to ask him to restart now. Sorry, Keith.
Okay, so last week we met a kindly, gentle old man who made us a deal that if we just act true to ourselves, he'll give us cool stuff.
Hey, Carl, mute yourself for a second, and Keith, start over, because I literally cannot hear you over Carl.
Okay, so last month, we met a kindly old man who made a deal with us that if we just behave like our true selves, he'll give us goodies every now and then.
What was this old man's name?
Oh, I started with an M.
No.
Heck no.
It started with an A.
W.
Started with a B.
Keith, I literally just popped up the handout for you.
Oh, I'm not in Roll20.
Get in Roll20!
His name was Winnebago.
Wakena.
Yeah.
He's Wakena here.
And he made us a deal that if we just behave like good boys,
and our girls.
Yes, he'll give us goodies. Then Matt psychologically tortured us.
Hey, come on. It's not that.
So that we could activate Proto-Protestas.
I mean, it's not psychological torture.
Then he had a old card about stuff that doesn't matter, and that was the end of session.
What?
Yes.
Very little of that made sense.
That good.
Carl, take it from the top. You're forgetting, Keith. Devil Bro wasn't here yesterday and actually needs a good recap.
That's as good of a recap as I can give.
Were you not paying attention the entire time or something? I'm confused. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Anyways, so yesterday, what ended up happening is we came back from being resurrected by Eridan. Matt says, "Hi, I'm here. we're in a little bit of a pickle because now we're having some geopolitical issues because we're technically in the
We're in disputed territory between us and
disputed
Mazzoli.
territory of those two. And while
Tell us a bit about
explaining
Mazzoli, Baron.
Mazzoli is where to begin with that? Is a country ran by a tyrannical mummy lord who is technically a god, because I'm not sure if they actually. Well,
No, he
has
is an
stat block.
actual god.
He has
a
a
god
stat
stat
block,
block. Also, you're forgetting the most important thing about this person. Also, mummy, dude. Once again, picture. That's not a mummy.
Stat block look
Undead.
like?
Because he was technically killed like eons ago.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, at least undead. Though
Right.
actually, if you look at the thing, I think he was actually mummified, and then this is what came out of the tomb when he got resurrected. Don't even remember how that happened, but whatever. Don't care. So, while we're having this conversation about the whole geopolitical disputes and everything, and what exactly happened with Aridin, including, two of us now having his eyeballs, and Balthazar having to surrender his body for a minute whenever wanted. McKenna decides to actually come and pay us a visit. He politely asks Matt, "Hey, can you go off someplace else so I can talk to these people privately, please? Thanks." And Matt reluctantly agrees, with the condition, of course, that a hair is touched and you will be sorry.
Yeah, I still feel we're missing something about Mazzoli here. It's like the big thing about Mazzoli.
The fact that they're racist against anybody.
Anyone not native to the Mwangi Expanse or with blood native to this area, he fucking hates. It's one of the few parts of the Mwangi Expanse where it's like outsiders are not welcome, and also you fucking suck.
Yeah. But digressing from that, he talks to us and gives us a proposition after finding out a little bit more about us, via just us talking and trying to be courteous. He gives us the proposition of, if you do your best to remain true to yourself, I will give you boons every now and again. Which set Tardy off, because Tardy got a very, very bad feeling about that. And Wakanda's like, "Oh, well, apparently Protectorate's here. Anyways, think about it," and leaves.
Yeah,
because he didn't actually ask for a thing, even though Balthazar, if I remember correctly, said yes.
No, Balthazar said no because double dipping in gods doesn't sound like a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, he said no because of the double dipping thing, because I made a joke after that about the one dude that sold his soul 3 separate times, and then the devils were all fighting each other over who gets to torture them.
Yeah, it's the old joke about selling your firstborn to a fae and a devil at the same time, and then getting both all of what you want and none of the drawback because they're too busy fighting with each other.
It's like, well, this Civil Court suit's going to be going for another, looks at watch, 10,000 years. I think I'm good. But yeah, so after that, Matt comes back and teleports us back to the school, where he decides, "Hey, let's go ahead and just go over to Alvara's bar."
He said, "Hey, I'm going to Alvara's bar. Don't follow me."
You're going to Alvara's bar first,
and
then you come back around us. So when he went to Alvara's bar, he rounded up several of the Gen 1
Ice
Peace
Peace
Project
Project,
members,
yeah.
Which would be Alvera, Shadow, Gavilon, and Bartok.
Yes.
Don't ask about Bartok. Bartok is a conversation we're going to have during the Saturday campaign.
At some
way
point.
down the line.
Yeah,
way down the line. That'll be explained later. Don't ask. But the conversation basically went with, hey, what other problems do we have around the world? Well, Gorm's potentially dying. What's the name of the fruit fleshy people? No one starts with an R. Rylnock. Yeah, the Rylnocks have potentially befriended the Ashbis Consortium, right?
Yes.
Yes. You know, everything's fine currently in the Isles, and now we have this geopolitical power struggle that might be starting with Geb trying to sell their grain.
Well, no, Geb's been
trying
selling their grain for longer than the Age of Darkness has been around. The problem is Geb is starting to
infect their grain and
yes.
try to turn people undead, and using that as a proxy war. Because his wife decided to say, hey, we're going to attack him in 5 years. Like a moron. Like, don't show your hand. Always keep it close to your chest. Anyways,
yes.
I know Matt's going to have a conversation with that later down the line, even if it's off screen, because that needs to be a conversation. Anyways, so once that meeting was adjourned, Zhao, of course, having taken Gavilon and Bartok from their respective areas, returned them. And Matt basically said, hey, you have 5 years. Have fun, to Alvera. And it went completely over Alvera's head.
Yes.
After. Because he was like, yeah,
Listen,
no. Take Seth off the job that he's currently on.
Bring him home. You have 5 years. Get it out of your system. Yep. I'm not sure how that is interpreted any other way, but yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Anyways, then he goes back to the students and says, okay, let's see here. All you are just teleports us all up in the air. We're doing Potestas training. Try to summon something. You have
however long till you suffocate.
As long as it takes.
Yeah.
As long as it takes. So Tardy made a bunch of leaf bracelets that we all now have. Estriel made an arrow. I made a hyena pup. Balthazar, of course, made a Sunday because he wants Airden Sundays and all that. And yeah.
The show starving to death. You'll be happy for that Sunday.
Also, side note about the Sunday thing, he was actually threatening to shoot himself if Matt didn't constantly use wish spells to give him Sundays, because now he's apparently addicted to Sundays. Great. So
Balthazar is a platinum membership card holder at Goofy Goobers.
I'm a goofy.
Yep. Yeah. No.
The moment you made that reference, I started to cackle. God.
Anyway,
the benefit of saying it deadpan is even more so.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice.
Kate. Let me go and wrap up, and then you can do the continuation if you wish.
I mean, you basically said everything.
No.
Because we're missing the hospital division that we're having to, take part in for 48 hours because of the ozone layer.
Yes.
Also, we're also missing, Tardy being given knowledge of how to read by Matt after trying to force him to read.
Yes.
Because he forgot that was a thing.
My personal headcanon skill check. Doubt. How did you get that skill? That is a feat you gotta take. Anyways, so yeah, I will also point out that my personal headcanon as to why Tardy doesn't know how to read is because Gavilan is the protector of the Rylnox. And because he has a hatred of reading, the Rylnox have instilled their latest generation of children with a hatred of reading.
Gavilan loves to read.
Part of me
You
says
can lie to
BS.
yourself, but you cannot lie to the Rylnox.
What does a god stat block look like?
Edict,
Pain.
Anathema, and statistics on what their clerics do.
That's it?
That's basically
Pretty
it.
So no
Sometimes,
actual-
like, if there's one that's like
Well-
evil that you fight, they'll have like a legit stat block. But
Yeah,
So
that's usually either something like a module.
There are no actual stats in the stat block.
Well,
Not
yeah,
really.
because the whole point is if you're going up against the deity, you should lose.
Ooh.
I mean, to be fair, there are like Kingmaker. You fight the Lantern King. And you fight a manifestation of the Hawk in Age of Ashes.
I think the Saturday group could take a low-level god.
I mean, that's Aquaria.
I think if all of us were there, in the zone, moisturized, I think we could take Aquaria.
Well, congratulations, we're about to do that. But that'll be for whatever that is.
Yeah, that'll be a while. Also, I just want to say this very clearly to you right now. Do not mess with Aquaria unless you absolutely have to. Because that fight is going to be all sorts of a bitch.
Yeah, we get it. She's a bitch. And her abilities are a bitch.
Actually, the most horrifying part of Aquaria is her reset realm, but that's a different story.
Anyways, digressing. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my phone so it doesn't die.
Yes.
And I guess we can get started now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else from Miss Nalverber?
Not that I'm aware of. But also now I have the Goofy Goober song in my head. Thanks, Keith.
I believe there is a Makoto in the room.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That's right, yeah.
Yes, that's kind of where we left off.
Yeah. Because she's just kind of there studying and nobody's really introducing themselves since literally she's pretty much kind of new.
Well,
I also have a hyperactive, or had a hyperactive hyena puff until Coffee to threaten it with a fireball.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can start introducing yourselves to this character because what else are you going to do? Also, Lily, you missed like all of the shit with the Ozo layer, so you don't have to be in the nurse's office.
No protesters have in person.
Kind of. Well, no, Lily can join Tardy because Tardy also doesn't have to because, no lungs.
No, but Lily knows how to read, and Tardy is currently going through the School of Hard Knocks learning for reading.
So what am I doing in the meantime, then?
I mean, you can hang out with these people. I mean, why not? Probably good for comedy, if nothing else. Also, you are getting 10 gold each month from Meriden to be a good, decent person, so your friends are in the hospital.
Should I read to them?
You mean you can certainly do that if you want. What is on the docket today, Devilbro or Lily?
I'll be reading and speaking in the giant language, a romance novel.
Does anyone here speak Yoden?
Da, da, da. I'm pretty sure I don't, but for some random reason I do. I have to question how and why.
I mean, it's a common language, by the way. Language of Giants, common.
Yeah, well, I have Elven, Sylvan, Orcish, Lizard Folk, Necrol, and Kolo.
Meanwhile, Makoto still has no one introducing themselves to them.
Why don't you describe Makoto?
I think I have a picture, and I think I've shown you the picture. But I'll do it
there's
again.
a headshot drawing
yesterday.
of Makoto.
Okay.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, you didn't yesterday. That's why I was confused.
She's been around for a month of sessions, at least.
Yeah, thereabout. Yeah.
Yeah, she like barely got introduced to the class, and then she wasn't seen for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, refresher, please.
It's one of the few NPCs played by Alverber, so come on, guys.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's like literally just sitting there studying. If anything, she can be bothered. It's not gonna kill anybody.
Apparently it'll kill the players, but...
I guess so. Because nobody's doing anything.
Iron Lung Speed, Iron Lung.
Actually, I'm gonna do craft.
I'm just trying to focus on breathing at this point.
You're not that desperate for breath, guys. Please, for once. I know being social is hard for you, but come on.
No, I can talk. It's just I can't control my breath, so I'll have to inhale.
Well, it's called Matt. I was saying I'm gonna focus on my breathing for a couple minutes so that I can go ahead and at least get a decent chunk of words out.
Cringe.
It's not cringe, it's true.
Guys, I understand it's sort of unrealistic to talk while you're currently being treated for basically inhaling a shit ton of smog, but also we shoot lasers at people with magic.
I don't. I hit people.
Yeah, that reminds me. Hey Matt, where's the bird?
Actually,
you mean Gavilan? He's back in the.
Not that bird, the other bird.
Come on, guys.
Actually, you just go question, where is Vespire?
That's not important right now. What's important is that you are.
Speak!
Vespire, Vespire, wherefore outlaw, Vespire.
Anyways, I'll just while taking the last couple breaths, I'll just wave and then lower the. I'm guessing. Do we have masks or like how's the?
Yeah, it's a respirator mask. You can talk through those, guys.
Oh, okay.
It's like, hey, here is an NPC I don't control.
Look, I don't remember much about respirator masks. All I know is the functionality of them.
Hi, Makoto. How are you?
She just kind of looks over, waves like, "Oh, hello. I'm doing good."
That's good.
I would presume you guys are doing okay so far.
No, I'm doing awful, but I'm always doing awful.
The truth of that statement is real.
If I didn't make an agreement to be nicer, I would have already sold all their kidneys.
The nurse looks at you and says, if you did sell their kidneys, I would be dissecting you right now. Turns back.
Jokes. My kidneys are worthless. They're the size of a postage stamp.
Oh my god.
The nurse turns around and says, okay, I guess I'm going to just dissect you, though.
What?
I wanna
kinda
see
looking
that.
between them. It's like,
I'm
okay.
too small to be dissected.
Coffee sort of looks back at all of you and is like, "Can you guys please stop threatening each other for like 5 minutes in a place of healing?"
Nurse, can we?
It's an intellectual
How's the breakthrough
conversation.
going?
It would be going somewhere if people didn't keep threatening to kill each other in my sanctum of healing.
Speaking of which, nurse, can we go to the church of one and get my dialysis done while I'm here?
No, your dialysis isn't due for another 2 days. Anyways,
Makoto just kind of looks over at the nurse like, is this a usual thing?
It
How
just
long
shakes my head.
are you guys suspected to be in your beds for?
48 hours. They've inhaled
just
10
flashed
minutes worth of
48.
straight up smog.
It depends who you ask. The original doctor said I wouldn't live to be 3 days old.
You're cursed with life.
I was gonna say Makoto's just looking over at Balthazar after hearing that.
Anyways, at around the time Balthazar says that, Matt walks back in with Tardy and says, "Okay, Tardy can read now. I forgot he's a plant. That made things significantly easier."
How did that
So
make
the
things?
Makoto just kind of pans over and is like, hello.
Ah, hello, Makoto. How is your, do I give out homework? I feel like I should give out homework. Makoto, did I give you homework?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Makoto, did I give you guys homework last time I had class? Oh, wait, no, last time you had class, it was a substitute. Huh.
I think homework, since it has the word work in it, you have to get paid for it.
Professor Ringo mainly just cried during that session.
Matt looks at you, Lily, and says, "No, that's the brilliant part of homework. Homework is just practice, so you pay to do it. That's how we get you at schools."
Think we need a refund.
You could always ask Eridan for a refund first, because he's going to give it to you far before I am.
So Makoto's just kind of looking between everybody, just kind of like, just like trying to take in of like, is this normal? I don't know if this is exactly normal, but oh well.
This is normal.
Matt looks at her as like, just another day in the neighborhood.
Who is Eridan?
Eridan's the god that revives us if we die.
Oh.
See, Matt, you know some things.
The guy who gives me money. I like that guy.
Oh, you hear a voice in your head say, "You have not been significantly nice so far. You need to do 30 kind deeds within the next day to get your payment this week."
I said monthly. Now it's weekly. Oh, he's super nice. I like him.
Could you get me a tissue box?
Yes, I could go get a
Makoto's just
tissue
getting
box.
up to
I'll
bring in
grab
the box.
like 30.
Hey, Makoto, you're new here, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm also new. Name's Matt. I am the professor who you probably only met via the subs.
It's Mr. Scary Man.
His first name is Door.
Party, what does the sign on the nurse's office say there? And he points to a sign that says no soliciting. Remember, Tardy, you could read now.
No soliciting.
That doesn't mean he understands what it means.
No,
Yes. but he can read. That's the start.
Eh.
So how
Is
does
it
how does him being a plant make it easier for him to learn? this
Magic
and that?
fertilizer. I will not explain
Why does
further.
So
we
Makoto
use
just kind of
magic?
looks at Tardy. It's like, oh, a fruit leshy. I've heard of these.
Fertilizer
I've eaten
has a child
before.
now.
So, yeah, if you infuse a bit of knowledge into a pot, that is, it's a long, complex. Who said they've heard about this before?
Makoto did.
Oh, that was me. I've said, will that work on me? I've eaten shit before.
Well, yeah.
Makoto said that she heard about fruit leshies before.
Well,
She's just never seen them.
oh yeah, no. That picks up Tardy by the scruff and says, "No, this one's a bit different." And the technical term for what this guy is he's a Rylnock.
Interesting.
Colloquial
the usual-
term is tyrant fruit, Leshy. Anyways,
I know.
I've come here with good news, and also, Tardy, sorry for holding you by the scruff, but that is the burden of a hero knock. Please tell me
Yasha just
Tardy
kinda
is
looks over, it's
conscious.
Well,
Hello.
That
We've
said,
been talking about you.
I'm sorry I'm
I'm
holding you
here.
by the scruff of your neck, Tardy, but that is one of the burdens of being a hero knock.
read the
No.
sign. Buddy. Read the
What are you
sign.
doing? Frondy immediately starts hitting you.
Matt looks at Frondy and says, "That tickles." And
Ah.
Read the
and
sign. What does it say? Well,
I don't
What?
know if he knows what the word soliciting means, actually. That was sort of rude of me.
No, he doesn't
Anyways,
know it.
Tardy, do you know what a hero knock is?
No.
I have good news for you then, and this is part of the reason I was being so hard on you to learn how to read, by the way. Hero knocks are Ryle knocks who, at whatever age they get sent out to seek friends to help their people with problems they are having. The problem is they usually send out literal babies. So, Tardy here is, like, at most 3 years old. Not including
That's
resets.
like a good idea.
Once a year?
Well, to be fair, Leshies are born perfectly mentally mature, is the other half to that. Rylnocks are a bit different, because they all act a little bit like Tardy.
Oh god, that sounds awful. I hope there's not another version of me somewhere having karmatic torture.
I was gonna say pretty much as Matt's like going on about this, Makoto's like literally taking notes.
Also, Matt notices Makoto's taking notes. Is like, would it kill you all to like pay attention to some things I say every once in a while? Like, Makoto's not even here for the whole diatribe, but they're taking notes.
I
was gonna say she looks
pay
up, like,
attention.
oh, I apologize. I've never heard of any of this before, and I would love to learn.
Well, to be fair, most people don't know about this stuff. Rylnocks are technically spirits of the Forest of Spirits known as Kami, which sometimes translates as God, but it's really just the Fae of the Forest of Spirits.
Okay.
Technically, only reason I know about the Rylnocks is because of some Kitsune folktales I've heard, because they're the only non-Fae creature that live in the Forest of Spirits.
I got to go back to the Forest of Spirits.
I thought you were from this area of the world, Lily.
I am, but I want to check that place out.
Well, it's all the way in Tianjia. And that's sort of why if Tardy is forced to leave the academy, then technically he can't return to his people. And we need to make it so he can return to his people. Because his people need assistance. And there are rituals and trials and everything a hero knock is supposed to undertake.
Say Mako just kind of speaks up. It's like, by chance, I have a question.
Yes, Makoto.
I was gonna say, with these, at least what Tardy is there by chance anything else to learn about them?
Don't consume the fruit from Tardy in bulk.
I was gonna say she just kind of shakes her head, like, oh no. I mean, at least like biological sense, because I'm learning to study at least the form of things.
They're really annoying.
Hey, that's rude. Tardy's your friend. Also, if you're talking about is there anything to learn? Yes. Is there any way for most mortals to learn it? No.
I want to learn to photosynthesize.
Well, I mean,
Photosynthesis is overrated.
I'm willing to learn whatever is available.
Yeah, Tardy, Makoto might be a bit too eager to learn about you, so be careful of your new friend.
You're a liar.
Damn, you just gonna take that?
I mean,
Oh my
I mean, I
No,
would.
Grandpa,
I'm
'cause I
currently
got
stuck in an iron lung, but you're not.
Tardy, I haven't lied to you. If anything,
I don't believe you.
I mean,
You lied again.
Tardy, your inability to believe what I'm saying does not in itself make me a liar.
That's
He's
exactly
lying.
what a liar would say.
Um, Tardy, you ever heard of circular logic?
Oh, I don't get it.
Well, so the idea that I'm a liar, so I must be lying is circular logic. In order for all parts of it to be true, all other parts of it have to be true, and no part of it is true. Also,
You
if you
lied to
don't
me,
believe,
though.
I've not lied to you this entire time.
Tarty,
What?
have I ever lied to you?
No, you haven't. You're a good friend.
Okay, then
He's
just
lied to you like 3 times.
shut up. Just pretend that when Matt says something, it's me saying it.
I don't get it. But you said it.
Don't. No, Balthazar said it.
What?
There you
Who's
go.
Balthazar?
Oh
Good.
boy.
Good. I'm gonna go into my post hive coma now.
So, Turdy, you could also ask Frondy if what I'm saying is true.
Frondy says nothing.
Yeah, of course Frondy says nothing. Because he's a bitch.
Wow, Frondy really hates you.
Yeah. I mean, he has every right to hate what he has no concept of being able to affect, but it's not a very good Fron thing to do.
Alright, moving on.
Yes, moving on. So, yes, Tardy is... Yeah, we'll deal with that when we get to it. Anyways, Tardy, here... You can go down now, but, like, again, you need... You have the ability to read now, so I expect your homework to be finished. Matt turns to the rest of you. By the way, I do not care if you do his work for him. He needs to not be failing.
Okay, but as long as he's getting paid for his work, we're fine.
Alright, I'm back.
What I'm trying to say is that if Tardy gets kicked out of this academy, it could be the end of the world. So, you feel like you have to cheat for him? Yeah, I'm not usually for it, but exceptions for the sake of, existence.
Can't you
Can
just
you
give
have
him
the
a...
teachers just put A pluses no matter the answers?
Yeah, you're the teacher.
I'm one of the teachers, and also the only teacher that actually likes Tardy.
Who would hate Archie? I mean, okay, never mind.
You just bribe the other teachers. They're short on cash.
Most of them are conspiracy theorists, so yeah, good luck with that. Well, not most of them. Most of them are the ones you've dealt with at this point. I swear to God, if I hear the Harula Hululika like 3 more times, I'm going to murder someone.
Just assassinate some of them that are conspiracy theorists and then bribe the others.
My
Okay.
mother would like you.
So, just so we're clear, if Tardy just completes their homework, they'll pass these classes with C's. Tardy doesn't have to do the homework. They just have to be able to read it to prove that they did it. So, yeah.
Okay, what am I rolling to do his homework for him?
Well, nothing yet.
Okay.
Abadar as my witness. I shall help Tarty with his homework.
Okay. What is Avadar's edicts and or anathema?
Oh, I don't know. He just gives me ice cream.
That's Eridan.
Oh, as arrogant as my witness.
No. Eridan's a dead god. That's not holding you to anything.
What do you mean? I'll see him in like a week.
Please
You mean
stop
all this is
dying.
going on?
I don't know.
As everything's going on, you can just see
I
Makoto
don't know.
literally like,
My liver's been sputtering like an old jalopy in a cartoon.
God.
Matt pulls out a notebook and writes your name down on it. Okay, gotta add that to my list of people to check on every day.
Yay! Someone
Because
wishes I was
as all
alive.
of this is going on,
Someone
you can
actually
just
cares
see
about
Makoto.
me.
Who is my
Like,
god?
Past friendship.
Because you can just see
Bronze
Makoto,
that's the answer.
like, you can just
What?
see Makoto,
Havildon?
like, studying Tardy in the background while all of this is going on.
Sorry I'm late.
You're fine.
Hey,
So,
My headache is gone. My brother gave me an energy drink. I found my reserve Excedrin.
huh. Well,
I did sleep in late today though, so
it's
Yeah.
fine. You're here. That's what's important.
I'm loading up roll 20 now.
Of course.
hell is-
Anyways,
Now with your cleric here, we can actually do stuff today.
yes. Also, more importantly, it's gonna be a couple days till technically you guys can start doing stuff again, because, as part of my little, fun detour thing, we started the Proto-Potestos ability building, which is the spontaneous generation of various things. But you don't have to do Zeros, because your spontaneous generation is, contracts that your patron deity finds to be sufficient.
Yep. Since I'm a dual spec cleric, they have to be in line with what both of my deities are working for towards the common goal of this character's existence. But yeah,
Yeah, just generally keep in mind that whoever you're working for, it's like you got a instantaneous paralegal. I guess you can make the joke.
yep.
Anyways, oh hey Zeros, I taught Tardy how to read, which was significantly
That's nice.
easier once I figured out he was plants, and I may or may not have gotten the rest of the group hospitalized trying to teach them basic potestas.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That can sort of
And
happen
also, one
when
of
you're
the newer
trying to
students are
help
here.
people manifest their abilities.
Well, yeah, because literally, I think Alvera literally had to have a gun pointed at her head to start learning some of hers.
That's reminiscent of how other people that I've heard of have had to learn.
I was juggling them in the ozone layer. Well, that's why they're in the hospital. Apparently, ozone is smog.
Yeah, unfortunately, due
Say
to
Makoto just
artifice,
pokes
that's
up. It's
just
like
how that works.
they were in the ozone. Excuse me.
Yes? Yes. I mean, do you know how easy it is to throw a rock up that high at my point and, of... You know what, don't answer that question. Because either you're going to say, yeah, that sounds about right, or what do you mean? And I don't know how to answer either answer to that question. Anyways,
Well,
Zeros, this is Makoto. Please keep an eye on her. She doesn't seem to be a bad student, but she seems to be above the curve in a way that I would generally tell you to be suspicious of people. She's either a really good student, and I'm going to have you observe her to make sure, I can replicate whatever behavior is going on there, or there's something weird going on, and I can't tell at the moment, but I'd likely go
Probably
with
both.
just really good student.
Probably both,
She's
but
just-
I'll keep an eye out.
She's just looking between them and just shrugs and goes back to what looks like she's sketching out Tardy on a notebook.
Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I don't think that we've been properly introduced. I'm Makoto, I'm Zero Smithier, or rather a fragment of him. It's complicated, but just know that I've been around, and that my main self is the head of the Ice Piece's intelligence division.
Understood. It's nice to meet you either way.
Anyways, so, Makoto, if you can clear out for a second, and he looks at Coffee. Also, get out. I know this is your room, but I have your assistant here, and I need to talk to people about classified stuff.
I was gonna say Makoto just starts gathering her books and stuff and begins to leave.
By the way, Makoto, you just need to sit out there for 3 minutes, then you'll be good to come back. So, leave your stuff.
Alright, understood.
Okay, so whenever you guys are out of the hospital, I have gotten permission for you to completely annihilate the Red Clot 5. I don't want a corpse, if I'm making myself crystal clear. Mostly because I think they're vampires, and if there is a corpse, then that means we gotta find the coffin.
Yeah, that
and
means that we have to find the coffin, and then I'm just gonna burn the remains.
Yep.
That's we don't need proof of their death or anything. You just burn and consecrate the ashes.
Actually,
And you shatter them far. That's how you deal with vampires.
Actually, speaking of which, and he pulls out a talisman for each of you. A gift from my adopted mother, the Scarlet Rapture, by the way.
So yeah, she just kind of looks at him. It's like, and
that is a Scarlet Rapture token.
So how exactly are we supposed to try and get rid of these things?
Affix them to your weapon. I can do that. It'll literally take me 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. to attach them to your weapon, and then when you land a killing blow, envision a burst of red cinders, and it will destroy the undead completely.
Neat. I think I'll
Alright.
hold on to this.
On the downside, Zeros, and I have to tell you this because, Iomade and one of your deities are entirely great friends. It does send the remains into further powering the Scarlet Rapture, which is good for us long term, but your deity might have. Clarify it with your gods.
Does it
I
cause
use-
despair?
I
No,
don't even
no, it
use my
doesn't.
weapon that much.
It doesn't cause despair or fear. Does it interfere with dreams?
No, actually, it just makes the weapon of a potential enemy of your deity stronger.
I see.
I mean, to be fair, devils and Iomade don't really fight because heavenly laws and whatever, but you get what I'm saying. Make sure one patron of yours isn't upset if he looks at you, Zeros, and says, "Look, let's be honest. It's like 5 vampires when there's already like 10,000 undead powering that thing. You don't have to worry about shit because it's the drop in a bucket. But I have to tell you that because I'm not trying to start anything with literal deities any more than I'm already in the shit for."
Okay, so use it for its purpose and then just return it. Got it.
Well, it'll be used up when it's done, so no need to return it, but just be aware that if I give these to you, and there's not a limited amount of people who have them, who can have them, you might want to avoid being one of those people, if it's a potential hazard. I'm being Zeros, why are the gods always so complicated?
Well, if you'd been around for that long, things would be complicated for you too, Matt.
Yeah, they're already complicated enough, so...
You see, as you go on throughout your life, you make agreements, right? And the longer that you live, the longer you have to uphold these continually growing, long-standing agreements. To the point that, I guess if you exist long enough, they become edicts of a sort, you know? And they just stick forever. That's just kind of how they work.
Yep. Ugh.
I mean, if you think back throughout your life, how many people have you made promises to that you're still having to uphold? Then you magnify that by the tens of millennia that they've been around, and imagine how much of a royal pain in the ass that must be. For them, even.
Zeros, next time I say I'm going out drinking to your other self, make sure I'm not going drinking with anyone who is not mortal. Because the last couple times I did that, I ended up in weird little tangents. It's not important, but Caden Kalian likes to play pranks.
I see. Will do.
Anyways, so yeah, kill orders a go. Use those, completely eradicate them, and you move as soon as you're out of these beds. You don't say where you're going. You don't make excuses as to why you're leaving. Everyone who needs to know knows, and everyone who doesn't need to know doesn't. For once in your life, all you have to do is follow this order. And I don't know where they are, so you're going to have to find that out. I guess those of you who are hospitalized can stay hospitalized, and the rest of you can sort of futz about figuring out where they are.
You guys have fun. I'm
So we're hunting vampires, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Vampires and brothels are like fish in a net, so I'm gonna search a brothel.
You're going... What happened last time someone went to the Callistrian Temple?
Sexy times?
Well, no.
Well, the last time I went to
We're
Eclipse,
talking. If we're talking about Arts of Lost Generation, someone died.
No! We're talking about this campaign, and we're talking about Balthazar.
They're owned by the
Oh
Rogues Guild, and you
yeah.
should stay away. My
Yeah,
character says
last time
in
he
character to you.
wandered into one, and then he got mugged.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
all
And
do.
you
we
ended
all
up having
remember
to
that.
call your mother to take care of an issue.
I remember that. That's why I said sexy time, but I don't remember getting mugged.
No.
That's because you were drugged, Balthazar.
No, remember, Balthazar, Takulu Ott literally walked through campus naked just to accuse you of being part of it.
Oh, I do remember the naked Akulu.
Yeah. You guys, Keat has a very specific memory, and Naked Men just always seems to be at the top of it for some reason.
It's just dude.
I was drinking my drink and I almost choked.
So, Devil Bro, highs or lows? Let's see if are you feeling lucky?
Highs, always highs.
Well, it's a good thing I roll the highs and you pick them. So, Devil Bro, you do not get mugged. But you do find out the Red Cloud 5 have a hideout somewhere in the middle of the woods to the north.
Okay. So Hansel and Gretel style to the north.
Yeah. Party.
I will go back
You
and
could
inform
gather information on where these people are. What do you want to do there, Will?
What? Sorry.
Gather information on where to find people.
Oh, okay. Deception? I can roll
That
deception
is,
for
it's diplomacy. I think maybe. Do you have the charming liar skill feat?
I have diplomacy.
Yeah. I'd allow it deception with charming liar because you're
Yes.
basically talking with people to figure shit out. So charming liar in place of diplomacy is fine. But
I don't have a lot of deception skill piece at all right now.
yeah. So there is a temple about 8 hours north of the city devoted to a deity that who does Beck worship?
Worship?
Well,
what?
Who does Beck worship again? Because there's like an abandoned there's an
Urgathoa?
there's an abandoned
Who else would he
temple
worship?
I couldn't remember the name.
Ah.
Also, there's an abandoned Urgathoa temple about 2 miles north of the city.
Party
Also,
immediately reacts to that holy symbol. It says, "Destroy it. It must be burned, destroyed to the ground." I don't know where that came from.
and Zeros, since the other Zeros is in the region, he can do his thing and generally give you a few locations north of the city you could check out, and the Urgathoa Temple is definitely one of those places.
I see. I don't have his character sheet in this campaign, so I can't actually roll for him.
No need to roll there, because like if I'm asking you to roll for him, it'll be 20 levels from
legendary,
now.
So
oh yeah, no, that's why I'm saying like don't worry about rolling, because you'd have to like get a 1 to succeed.
Get a 1 to wait, a nat 1 despite lowering the category is still a success. Got it.
Yeah, that's
and anything above would be a crit.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
makes sense.
So, yeah, that's good there. So, what are the people in the hospital beds doing over the next couple of days?
Well, my hands are a bit preoccupied, but I'm gonna try and do my religious duties of create something with my nose.
I
My
was gonna say,
current
what do you
self would
mean by your
be
hands are occupied?
my current self would be tending to them. That's my work check, by the way.
Yup. I mean, to be fair, for methods of people learning Proto and even full on Potestos, that is like creative and like 1,000 times less deadly than usual. I mean, there's still a 5% mortality rate, but it's like 1,000 times better than the usual mortality
Jesus.
rate. Uh,
But anyways,
yes. Ooh.
I kind of feel like Esther would probably be thinking about like how to practice more with that, but also she's probably like thinking of other things.
Yup. Gorefist, what are you doing? You have 2 days of downtime. That's what I'm telling everyone, by the way. Carl.
Carl.
There we go. I was wanting to go ahead and just make sure that my staff is structurally sound, because if I'm going to be clobbering some vampire heads, I want to make sure that it doesn't break. Because, first time fighting that kind of creature, not sure if it might do something. So, just precautionary measures, basically.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, since we have downtime, how much would it cost to buy some level 2 spell scrolls?
If you're what level 2 spell scrolls are we thinking?
Mostly heal and harm currently, because those would be readily available. Even if I wanted them in my card form, they can be more easily made because they're not exotic.
Yep, let
That's what I
me.
want to have on hand on a shorthand basis. And I already gave the local vendor in the town where the Magambia is the recipe for crafting the card spell scrolls.
Yeah,
So having them
so.
craft something that's general knowledge as them would be not that difficult. I want to buy
Yeah,
10 of each. How much is the
I.
cost for that?
I'm looking it up cost wise at the moment because scrolls are always at a fixed cost. So, 12 gold. You are generally in good favors with this merchant, so it'd take off 2 gold from that, so 10 gold per scroll. And he'll offer you a buy in bulk rush order deal, which will get you another. For every 3 scrolls, you'll get 3 gold off. So, hold on a second.
Okay, so that would be 18 gold off of that price
Yes.
because I'm buying
It
20.
equivalates to 9 gold per scroll. So, like, was that 180 gold?
Yeah, it's 180
Because it's
gold.
20.
Okay. Yep, I'll go ahead and pay that up.
Mm-hmm.
I have 146 gold left. I haven't added any other gold from any of our spoils to my sheet, but
Mm-hmm.
that's just what I have on hand. And I will add to my held items a deck of level 2 divine spells carrying
Sounds
20
good.
cards.
Um, all that being said, let's take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back. Mm. we are back to being live, and place yourself on the board and roll initiative as you can.
All right.
My
Let's see
TV
if
turned
my
off. Give me a moment.
token is goofy and massive again, like it usually is. Yep.
Mm.
I don't know why it does that every now and then.
Well, it's because whenever we click, I can fix that. Give me just like 5 seconds.
Oh my god,
Sorry,
it's
Makoto.
really
Bye.
funny.
Also, what? Huh? Okay, yeah, no, this is a new map. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't the thing. This ain't the thing. And then I'm like,
Alright.
oh no, actually it is.
I was gonna say pulling out Vespire too.
No, not Vespire. No Vespire. Vespire's doing other
Okay.
things.
No bird. No bird this round. Understood.
We also just don't want him dying. And
Well,
also, he's not gonna pay you.
no. No. That's not a. Oh, I'm being generous. That's a. No, surprisingly, Vespire hasn't been around for the past couple of days.
Yeah,
That
Nostro's
is a
definitely noticed that
GM
he's
being
not around.
ominous, not a GM being nice.
That's a GM being, hey, I know you wanted to really use this little bird, but sorry, I have to use him for something else. Sorry.
I love being the ominous GM.
Okay.
Oh man, I have learned I am a mean.
Why?
If it's fun.
To each their own.
Also, because my characters are all me, so I have to use a strong hand.
How strong of a hand?
I have had to use their gods' curses against them for breaking the anathema too many times.
Jeez.
It ended when they tried to enslave a gargoyle that was sobbing and surrendering.
That's when the gods just said, nope, 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 not happening. Sorry. Screw off.
They wound up accidentally killing that gargoyle, by the way.
Accidentally, you say.
It was trying to escape. I climbed the wall, and one of them grabbed it and ripped it down. And I made them do an athletics check, and it fell down and died.
Well, back to the fight at hand. We all on the board, ready to go?
Yep, already rolled initiative.
I just need to roll initiative. Give me a moment. I was readjusting my HP because apparently it went bye-bye. Stealth actionable here, or?
I mean, yeah, it's one of the few cases where it'd be more likely than the alternative. You know, Estriel, as you are approaching, you think to yourself, it's weird I haven't seen Vespire in a while.
Yeah. Should definitely notice for a bit that he's been gone.
Yes, hello, Xenon.
Bird doing bird things.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was not reading chat because there was a lot of things going on, but good to see you again. So, as you approach, the one in the middle says, welcome. The fated showdown has come. It's good to see you. Oh, let's be forthright with each other. This is not a good plan on your part. Your actions to chase after us will lead to the death of thousands. let us escape, turn around, and save people, or continue your pursuit and watch them suffer.
I say we kill them.
Can we do sense motive check real quick to see what they're exactly referring to?
I mean, you can figure out if they're being honest with you, but that is what sense motive is for.
$23. Natural 18.
Oh, and thank you for walking us back, Xenon. She is entirely serious. None of what she is saying is a falsehood. That lore check does not really apply to this situation.
What lore check would apply to this situation?
Not criminal underworld lore.
But wouldn't criminals know of mass murdering opportunities before they happen?
No, serial killers don't send postcards,
Is what they're
Dexter.
talking about actually relevant to the greater plot as a whole?
Future Nihil lore check?
Yeah.
Did you roll that already, or?
No.
Yeah, please.
Now I did.
Does whatever they're saying is something that doesn't appear as more than a blip on the radar, and whatever, it's not a major event, you remember. That makes sense.
I see.
But you also get the feeling they are not telling you anything other than the bold-faced truth of what your actions here will do.
Well, I look to them inquisitively. And just who exactly is it that we're condemning by dealing with you?
Well, I have no problems with keeping this diplomatic door open, so yes. The people of Natumbu. The fire festival started a couple days ago, and if it hasn't already been made clear to you, festivals and cake. There's time for you to turn around and stop it, but that gives us time to escape.
Actually, thanks for the info. Yeah, I'm going to go and immediately convey that information and go deal with that. You all got this, right? I look to the rest of the party.
Turns in what happened the last couple times we tried to fight stuff like this.
I guess I'll make this quick then. I can't abandon this fight. Unfortunately.
You know, you could alert someone who's still there. And then come back.
I mean, yeah, I do have a sending stone.
Yeah. Smart. Taps head.
And the one in the middle, once again, says, "Oh, right. You know, there are some flaws in your satellite system. Mostly dead magic zones. We're not in one at the moment, but we're surrounded by one. Meaning, you can talk to people in here with your sending stone. You can't quite reach out of it with it."
Could I write a note without them noticing real quick and send my bird out? Or my owl?
You can attempt that.
What
Roll
would I
me a
roll for that?
stealth check roll me a thievery check on your end and a stealth check for the bird. So, once again, these are your options. You can choose to abandon the people of Natumbu in search of stopping us where we stand now, or you can let us continue to prosper as the people of Natumbu continue to prosper. Think about it for a second. You have just enough time to make it back before things get out of hand. But the moment you attack us on sacred ground, that time period for you to leave increases, regardless how quickly you deal with us.
So did my checks work, I'm assuming?
They do not seem to mind your bird flying off. They noticed, but they do not mind.
Okay.
To be more specific, then, we are currently standing on hallowed ground of the Pallid Princess. Killing undead on this ground will erect a barrier. It'll take 3 hours for this barrier to be removed naturally, and quite a bit of additional force to remove it without natural cause. Once again, us being undead means there is no knocking us out and moving us out of this place. It's death or no death. So your options are wait a few hours after the last one of us dies and get back late, or continue the hunt for the real salvation of the people of Natumbu.
Should we guys up for fighting now?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The bird's already out to send the message. I'm not saying that in character, by the way. So yeah, I'm fine with fighting them now.
Fair enough. Well then, let's begin. Oh, so let's play some music.
Music.
So we have one less debuff in this battle.
Okay, okay. It's been a while since I made these NPC sheets. Okie dokie. Is the music?
Yep, the music's good. It's playing.
Not on my end.
Well, I can hear it. So, hey, Xenon, you hearing it on your end?
No, I got it.
Okay. Just like double check and make sure at least chat can hear it.
Yes. Hey,
Sure.
how are you feeling about a power attack?
Who?
Also, what is your AC,
Who?
Carl?
Oh, my AC. I think it's like 16. Let me go and pop up.
21.
That's not right.
It's a
Or
21.
21. There we go.
So
You got
5
that.
or higher and this hits.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
They move ahead of you and they have rogue dedication. That's a hit. You're flat-footed, buddy.
You didn't roll.
It's
Did you GM layer it?
It's GM layered for a reason on this fight, but it's a 20.
Okay.
Flat-footed, 22.
Okay.
29 points of slashing damage and 2 persistent bleed.
Okay.
That's
so
his
do
turn.
I take that 2
At
immediately,
the
right?
beginning of your turn.
Well, yours makes no difference at the beginning.
Well, it does
So-
because if you fall in the turn order,
Oh.
yeah.
Regardless, ow.
Hmm.
How? All right. Well. Yay.
The dwarf fires his pistol off into the distance, and you hear a squawk.
Was that him missing?
No.
Or oh,
No.
oh,
That is
that's them shooting
copyright.
the bird.
That
Bird's
is
down.
copyright infringement.
And second attack on.
Just say with all your power, legally distinct.
Balthazar, your AC is not a 17, so you're. Wait, that. Is this also a rogue? Luckily it doesn't matter. You're not that flat footed. Estriel!
All right.
No, Xenon, no. Different, legally distinct squawk. Whew.
What?
Xenon asked, is Gavelon going to be shot?
Not today.
Believe me, if he was, we would know the culprit. But since the last time that she was accused, she's not going to do it. So, either way. Let's see. Who's the closest that I could shoot at?
That would be this gentleman right here, who just, did half of Gorfus's health.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot at them then.
Okay.
So, go ahead and roll that out. Whenever it actually wants to do it. There it is.
Miss.
And then second one.
Miss.
God damn.
Actually, crit miss.
Oh, what the hell?
Fortunately, not swashbuckler dedication, or that'd be deadly. I'm kidding, of course. He can't riposte Carl on your miss. At least not without feats.
Would I be rolling out a third?
Yep, and another third. Well, no, just a third, because, you know, hunt prey.
Yeah.
Fighter is okay. Balthazar.
Alright, so
That sucked a dookie. Anyway.
my thing even work on like people?
What do you mean?
Well, usually I do it to find a weakness, but with people, the weakness is just you stab them.
Yeah, you make weaknesses if there are no weaknesses. Also, these are vampires?
Don't matter, they're daywalkers, and I'm allergic to garlic, so don't keep it around. Esoteric lore.
First of all, the garlic thing is a myth. They're allergic to good damage. And positive
silver.
damage. And silver.
Oh, thank goodness. My mom didn't pack anything good damage, but I have plenty of silver. And he brings out a candlestick.
Okay, next action, Balthazar.
Alright, 1 second, my setup's a little bit weirder than usual. Oh god, the map is, I'm so tiny. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And does that still count if they're flat-footed?
Yeah, no, them being flat-footed just makes them easier to take your additional damage.
Am I still frightened? I don't think I am.
You're flanking.
No, that's not what I asked.
What did you ask?
Just to make sure I am no longer frightened.
Yeah, no, you're not frightened.
Okay then, and I'm going to hit them with my stick.
Your third leg?
Not a penny for a hero point there?
Sure, I'll hero point it.
I was gonna say, you sure they're not? He's trying not to bonk him with the schnoz. That'd be kind of impressive.
And that's another. Yep.
And that's my turn.
Yep. Minimum damage. Wow.
Hey, at least I hit him. Vulnerability. Why am I talking like Balthazar? He's not talking.
Two.
You know, Balthazar just casually wall breaking.
Hey everyone. Are we all huddled within 20 feet of each other?
Oh, maybe.
More than likely,
I
yes.
didn't get a turn yet.
Yeah, and they don't care about friendly fire. Reflex save, everyone.
I knew it.
Oh
I called
no.
Reflex save. You say, where's my stupid things?
Oh yeah, the guy in the middle of it all has to make reflex save because they don't
Oh my
care about each
God.
other.
Why is
Alrighty.
everybody failing? Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's just like us.
Well, the guy in
Yeah.
the middle of it all succeeded.
We all failed. How could we let this happen?
Everyone but the enemy failed. The enemy takes half of 17, which is 9. Oh, and remember
I'm
you're
gonna
weak
take it 'cause
to.
it's probably gonna be, even if I try and hero point that, that's probably not gonna be better.
Oh, and remember your weakness to fire damage, Frondy.
I know. I take like
3
extra
points.
2 damage.
Yeah, it's like not much, but
It still stacks. So how much damage did we take? 17?
yup. Oh, and
Okay, good.
one more thing. Gorefist.
Oh right, yeah, it is. You're right. It is 3.
Is that auto?
They also have rogue dedication, so that's a hit.
Yeah, flat foot hit. What's the damage?
Damage is based on the weapon plus int modifier, so it's this plus 4. 19. I think you're down and bleeding.
More specifically, I am at
0.
non-existent.
I'm gonna pop an AoE heal since that guy in front of us probably isn't damaged anyway.
Well, I mean, he's also undead, so. But yes.
I mean, he doesn't have negative healing according to the intel we got before.
No. He's a vampire. He can just walk in the daylight. So he has negative
Yeah.
healing.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I definitely pop an AoE heal at
Yep.
level 2 with my scroll.
So that is 2d10.
I should be buying scrolls.
Also,
Wait, they're weak.
Zeros,
they're weak to
upon
silver?
your. Yeah, they're weak to silver. They're vampires.
Everyone carry around
That
like
heals 9 to everyone within range of me, 30 feet, including myself.
And he'll take a few points of damage there.
And I will go ahead and make sure I go dying 1, still bleeding, I assume.
Oh, and Zeros, highs or lows?
Hi.
Make me another future Nihil lore check. Something about this now seems super familiar. Well, someone in this situation, to be more specific.
That's what we like to see.
Ooh.
This person is not dying here. And if they're here, it's to backstab these people.
The one in front of us?
The person who's been telling you not to fight them. And next in the
I
turn
see.
order. So, that was 3 actions there. And then she walks up behind their friend there and says,
The Congo.
"Thank you for your sacrifice." And this one needs to make a fort save now. And as they stab their friend in the back, they run off into a black dust. And she looks at you and says, "Don't get it twisted. I'm not your friend, but I'm not these guys' friend either."
I don't care. Bye.
The most Balthazar thing to say.
Lily! Oh, by the way, your familiar is dead. I probably did not imply that hard enough.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it got shot dead.
Yep.
Bye.
it'll come back in the day.
Yeah, it's not a... The only reason I kill your bird is it's far easier to replace. Also, you've
Not only
already
that, but
prepared
also-
spells for the day. I would never do it before you prepare spells for the day. That'd be a dick move.
I'm going to cast that.
On
Poster
who?
guy.
On the fighter?
This guy.
Yep.
How is
That is a failure.
He failed on it?
Yes. Remember, it's a sustained spell, so next turn you gotta keep it up with, action, but it keeps him slowed and he can't use reactions, and you just took attack of opportunity away from the fighter, so good job.
And I'm going to use 1 action guidance on Zeros.
Ooh, Kidoki. Gorefist. You are back to being conscious, but have a sympathy pain in your chest after watching someone get backstabbed.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
and
the
do me a
sympathy pain.
favor. If you hear that music, then you might know what I'm about to say. Make me a sense motive check on that person in the back.
Alright. Penny for a hero point. I just saw red. Hi.
So
19. Look, my perception's shite. Okay,
yeah,
I'm
it's a
gonna be
bit
honest.
too late to run at this point. That's not good. You don't know what who is telling them to do what, but that person is hiding their threat level significantly. At least you feel that.
It's like the freaking It's like Goku demonstrating his power in God Ki, and everyone's like, I have no idea what kind of power level he
you referenced
has, but
Dragon
I
Ball.
can feel it in the air. Well, yeah, because like there's a lot of things that you can reference with Dragon Ball. Deal with it. Anyways, if I can actually get my glasses to work here.
I dislike it more than One Piece.
Guess what? I don't care.
Impossible.
Is the guy still in front of me?
Yes.
Alive? Okay. Okay, so he
And
is alive. Good. Good.
that was-
Good. We're gonna set up Arcane Cascade and hopefully not die with the next turn.
Well,
I
you gotta
guess.
Last word.
use a spell first to set up Cascade.
Yeah. But it'll be
Also, buddy, you got knocked unconscious. You have to spend 2 actions to get up and pick up your stick.
That's a
no,
thing?
fair enough.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, no. It's like, no, that's fair enough, fair enough.
Hey, at the very least, he can't
Actually,
off
you-
you for
you-
getting up.
Can I just say something?
You can always say something. Whether or not it's relevant is really the question.
I'm gonna bite his ankle.
You gotta
I'm
spell
gonna
strike him with that bite. You will take a -2, but basically counteracts because it's flat-footed.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Just cause funnies.
This is some real ankle biting behavior right now.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
literal ankle biting stuff.
That is a hit because flat-footed.
We're also gonna go ahead and do this. There we go.
This is some real gremlin behavior.
Carl, it is a vampire. Are you sure that's the spell you want to use? I will
wait.
not give you a
what-
redo again, but, like, you know better. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah,
we'll
so
go
it's
with
like, I
that
was thinking
first
about swelling,
damage
and I'm like,
roll,
wait a
because
minute.
it's the same damage type. So, okay.
Nom.
He's still up.
Alright. That's all 3, right? Because that's...
Because enter
Um,
Cascade afterwards, right? Tardy, you're up.
Yeah.
Alright. Huzzah. Okay, the answer is very obvious. It's very simple. I'm gonna cast freaking ball. Wait, where am I? I need to check if there's anything in melee range. There is not! Huzzah!
No, there's
Okay.
one thing in melee range. It's killing Gorefist.
Well, no. Is anything gonna op me?
Well, no, because the fighter lost his attacks of opportunity.
Yay! Ball lightning! On... I don't know. Where's the one that's in melee range? That one?
Me.
This one right here.
I didn't see which one you pointed to. This one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it
I
failed.
no, that's not in melee range.
Well, it's the closest thing to you.
But yeah, either way, ball lightning.
Yes, it failed.
It failed. Yay! Okay, now next order of business. Well, I've used act together for that, so I'm gonna move up
Can't
and the act together action.
you can't move with an act together action because tandem. You're already in a tandem action via moving.
That's why I said, wait, let me finish. I was gonna use the action for act together to punch him.
Okay, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
clarifying the order. I have no doubt in my mind
too.
you're doing it correctly. I just want to make sure
Make sure
order
that
adds
I'm
up.
getting it right in my head.
Fair. That's a potato.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Do I hero point?
I mean, if
Yes.
it's down in front of me, you might want to. Because, remember, I'm still at like 9 hit points.
That's better.
Yes. And he's still up. Hello. How are you feeling? Oh, hey, Gorfist. You're on the ground, so you're flat-footed too. Hello, another power attack.
Uh-oh.
That's another hit due to flat-footed, so, you are back to dying.
Alright, well, I am wounded one, dying one. Got it.
Which means
I'll
Tardy
just
goes
keep doing
first
my
next
thing.
turn. Because, you move up and you move ahead of him in the dying order. And then his final action, he is going to glare at Balthazar.
Wait,
For
is power attack 2 action or 1 action?
2 action.
2 action.
He slowed one.
Oh yeah, he is! Thank you for reminding me. Speaking of which, let me... Speaking of which, first action. We'll, take him out of the picture. Second action. Gonna go and double tap Gorfist.
Oh no.
As in, like, murder?
As in dead, not just dying.
Yeah. I.e., force all deaths, all dying conditions. Got it.
Yep. And finally, final action. He is going to stare at Balthazar. I think your wolf DC is a bit higher than that.
My will is. Oh, do you look at it?
Will DC is higher than 18, right?
It's E8.
No, it is not. You are frightened 1. Estriel, you're up.
Yep. Gonna shoot again. Here right
Well, you
now.
gotta hunt a new prey.
Oh well, yeah. Duh. I guess whatever the next closest one was.
Oh, that's a miss.
Since I'm dead, I'm gonna go ahead and mute up for now, and then call me back whenever you're done.
Second one. No! God, come on.
Gorfist is dead.
Third one.
Gorfist
Pull it out.
is not dead enough to see Aridin, but
Oh my
yes,
god,
dead.
why am I asked today?
Wait, he dead?
Also, think about, Gorfist died on a very particular deity's holy ground.
Oh no.
Quick! Shield him with your forehead!
Balthazar, you are very frightened of the dwarf that just killed his friend and stared you down.
Well, that may be, but he's like the only person within range.
He
So I
is
don't-
the
I
only
asked
person
today, I
in
don't
range.
understand.
I don't really have a choice. By the way, some of you need to come up and back me up. Because I'm like, the distance between me and literally everyone else now
Wish I
is-
could, buddy, but
I'm
dead.
preoccupied.
it's
You're still
30
within range of my heal, by the way.
Well, let's see
Yes.
if I survive enough to receive it. Here's my dog slicer.
Yes, he's
Carl's
within
actually
30
dead
feet
now.
of you.
I'm
Well,
gonna hero point.
there's a different thing going on with that whole thing. Yeah,
Wait.
so Carl's
he have
death
taken-
is going to be an interesting thing in just a second, but yes. He will take that additional, damage there.
And here's attack number 2.
Yep.
And
Hey, GM, I'd like to use my reaction.
Go ahead.
Stride 5 feet.
Okay. Attack 2 misses. Penny for a hero point?
me?
Yes.
Sure, why not? I got dozens of them.
Let me press it again. Did I drop my dog slicer?
Yes, you did drop your dog slicer.
Oh no, my
Yeah, I like just
dog.
put a fry in my mouth and I laughed at that. Oh my god.
Alright, Zara.
I'm always trying to choke these sessions.
Apparently.
So, I'm gonna 3-action heal from one of my spell slots this time as a 2nd level.
Right, there is the wizard before you very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta do something here, but, yeah. Everyone in the back row, make me another reflex save against another fireball.
Sorry, what was the? How much did I get for the heal?
The last one from last
one was 9.
turn, yeah, it was 9.
Oh, you didn't cast another one?
Well,
I
no,
can't cast another
because
one yet.
yeah, it's not quite his turn. I mean,
Ow.
he will be moving up in the turn order after his turn, from the looks of things. Oh, no! By the way, Zeros, another high or low?
Low.
Hey, it is too late to run. That is not ideal. Barrier is up, and this person back here, you realize, is going to be one hell of a fight in the future.
Hey, guys. Barrier's already up. Also, I point over to this person. Don't initiate with them. Just stay the hell away from them. We're gonna be seeing them again later. Just, keep a reverent distance.
Okie dokie. Well,
I potatoed my save.
yes.
Okay. I'm taking 22 fire damage.
And also, final thing is they are going to shield. Zeros, you can do your 3-action heal now.
Also, that one's within range after my stride.
Yep. Let's see.
Wait, why does it say that I'm his Reeve currently? That shouldn't be it.
It should not. And I don't see that. Oh, it's saying your name on the thing. On the Roll20.
Yeah.
It failed its saving throw. She moves over here, does the same old shebang again, and says, "To you all, thank you for the initial sacrifice, by the way. Very quickly, let me just... by the way, anyone want to make a quick religion check at the moment?
Sure thing.
Sure.
You know, that's kind of my purview. Leave that to me. I got it.
I know. I'm rolling it because Tardy thinks he knows
Tardy,
something.
you think a sacrifice is a maneuver to make friends. Zeros, she is sacrificing everyone in the barrier. So,
Oh boy.
yes. Whether or not she goes after you doesn't seem to be, the case. It doesn't seem like she's going after you purposefully. Yeah. But she's definitely sacrificing these undead for some reason. Also, her being in contact with Sven makes way more sense now in context.
Oh boy. You love to hear it.
And Lily. How many actions on who are we doing that to? That one and
The closer one and all 3 actions.
okay, can you roll that a couple more times?
Okay.
Yep. Dirty.
Yay. Okay. So, what is the plan here? So, okay. Oh, wait, the thread that's right there is gone? Okay.
Yep.
Well, now it's gone. Okay. Last time I checked, the freaking ball of lightning can only move 10 feet, so it's right here currently.
Yep.
So, I'm going to move over here. So, I feel like concentrating on it is not really worth it right now. So, I have different solution. I'm going to use Act Together. Have Party Boost Eidolon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating whether I should grab him or not.
He's not healthy enough for grabbing it to be worth more than an extra hit.
Fair enough. Branch. Vines.
Yeah, penny for a hero point.
I am
Penny
hero
for a hero
pointing those.
Yes.
Hero pointing the first one at least.
Well, both of them are misses.
I know.
And
+4 damage.
oh, my case is dead. Let's cut the music for a second. She stares at you all and says, "Do you want to continue?" Once again, I'm not currently under orders to kill you. And let's call Gorfus there an accident. No takesies, backsies on that accident, but an accident.
Yeah, I look at her and say, yeah, you look familiar. And in a sort of way that, yeah, I don't think we want to continue this. I'd say that both of us have done enough here. Let's be on our way at our earliest convenience.
But I want to be a vampire fae.
Shut up. Shut up.
Lily, do you actually say that?
Yeah, she actually says that.
Damn, usually he's
She
asking me
stares
that.
at you, snaps her fingers. Make me a will save. You need a 20 on the die.
Oh no! God,
Yeah,
why do
well,
you guys do these things?
Because it's
Just
fun.
gamble on all over again.
It's not me this time.
Oh hey, it's an exact 20.
Well, a 20 on the dice, so... Lily, you are unconscious, and under the effect of the spell Nightmare.
Uh-oh.
Which, by the way, Zeros, that is anathema that
fun.
she just committed there.
You know, I really would have preferred that you not do that, but
She stares at you
just
and
about
says, "How
anything
much
else
is
would
your
have been
life
more
insurance policy again?"
enough that I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Continue. Carry on.
What the hell? What the hell?
Relax. That's unfortunately falling asleep here is going to cause nightmares. Did not intentionally do that, but once again, don't ask for things
Why
you
do
don't
you-
actually need. Being a
You know,
vampire isn't exactly fun.
I agree. They're young, they're naive, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Again, well, yes, they're young, they're naive, and not quite worth the trouble yet. I can answer whatever questions you have, but just know that we're about, 2 from mate at this point in time with the actions you took. At least, that's what Rockfur believes.
We're about what?
Checkmate. 2 moves from checkmate. Rockfur likes to think of himself as an intelligent person, so he uses chess analogies for everything. He's a stereotypical skeleton. His brain doesn't really exist. Sorry if I gave you flashbacks to, a year ago, but no, nothing quite that dramatic. You know how certain bosses are when you're completely planning on betraying them?
Yeah.
Out of character, I just checked that spell that you cast. I'm like, okay, it's not bad.
Oh! No, that was a potestos ability she just threw at you to knock you out. That wasn't a spell. That was just willpower. It was the equivalent of sleep, mind you, but yeah, you're just having nightmares.
What's your nightmare about?
So what exactly is your end goal? I said, looking over at them. What exactly do you mean to accomplish with all of this?
Well, Rockfur's getting a bit big for his britches, and the Cult of Nihil doesn't want this proxy going too far. We support Rockfur up to a point, and the Red-Clad Five are making him a bit too, consistent. I was sent in to infiltrate and take them out at the most convenient time to do the most damage but not deal a finishing blow. The Cult of Nihil has a vested interest in your showdown with the Shadow of Corleone.
As they should, given the circumstance. What it led to initially. Yeah.
Who is the Shadow of Corleone?
And who are you, Balthazar? Nothing more than a miscreant pile of garbage.
Yes.
Oh, not shaken by that? Well, here's one for you. Everything you believe is a lie. Make me a will save, Balthazar.
I'm not even sure what I believe, but okay.
Where's my character? Will, am I still frightened?
Yes.
Will save.
Yeah, you also fall unconscious, mumbling to yourself about the crazy ramblings of a hobo, basically.
I'm a goofy goober, yeah.
Also, I should point this out. Zeros, you are the only person I do not want to fuck with while I'm here. Mostly because your main unit and my main unit are a bit of a later match, if you get what I'm saying.
I see, I see. Yeah, the last greater demon that picked a fight with my primary self. Yeah, they got a little too big for their britches and just got unmade.
Oh,
You know,
no.
as you would.
I am a immortal, but I have a feeling you know what I am. You have rolled the check well enough, but I don't think we ever got to this point. This is the final Herald of Doubt for Nihil. Which, speaking endgame, this is like the final boss that you are staring face to face right now of this entire setting.
Wow.
So you're one of Sven's superiors. I see.
No, Sven is the queen. I am merely a very humble rook.
I see, I see.
Then
So that's how the
again,
hierarchy goes. Was never exactly familiar with exactly how the hierarchy goes among Neil's four generals, but
well, remember, 12, and doubt is one of the emotions that turns into others. Fear turns into everything. Fear is the greatest driver in all things negative with people. Doubt is very close to it. But if we are talking hierarchy here, just to pass some time, pass the buck, I am technically under grief and fear, but nothing else.
just out of curiosity, were you do exist out of the timeline as well, right?
That is correct.
Were
By
you
the
in the prison raid that none of these other people alongside me even remember? I forget.
oh
We never
no,
made it that far before the timeline was shunted.
I don't think we've made acquaintance before this point, unless you count the annual winter party at the. But you have had like 3 complaints in HR this week, by the way. You
Well, man, you almost
need
got
to
Neil has an
stop.
HR department?
You need to stop telling the factory workers that they need to learn to code.
3 complaints. He's close to having a Sunday.
Yes, telling the AIs that they need to learn how to write their own code. I thought it would be efficient. Yeah,
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
Yeah, so all that aside, I think I'll give you some time. Any more questions about the contents of today, though? The future is pretty far away, and we're destined to get there in time, but do you not want any questions as about what you're about to walk into?
Well,
Not
I
that I
think
know
our
of.
main goal is to get back to Matumbu and stop this as soon as possible. And as soon as we get out of this dead zone, we should have enough time to expedite that. But yeah.
Right. I should at least read you in on what your attack managed to allow us. So, when I said
I go
cake and
ahead and whip out a piece
festivals,
of parchment and start taking notes.
the
I'm
cake
listening.
at that little festival in that little town was mere pittance to what we're doing. There's a little cake eating competition as well as a cake tasting festival, if you get my drift. More importantly, pitting Mazzali and
I like
the
cake.
Tumbu against each other is always fun. It's always dice roll to see if a couple of them get a head start. And where do I start? When you walk back into town, Rockfur should be taking out Mafika. And from there, we'll have to see what happens. There should be undead on a rampage. No festivals and... Well, luckily your boss doesn't depend on cake and circuses and actually will admit when something is wrong. But when cake and circuses fail, so do nations, I might remind you.
Yeah, that's just life.
So, you're walking back into what could be another Corleone, and what could just be a blip in the radar. Well, that's a really good question, though. Anyways, I think I've done my time in this barrier. You have about 2 hours left. Enjoy. And she snaps and she's gone. Or was she even there to begin with? So, we'll deal with whatever's happening back in Natumbu next time.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I need to apply my last heal to myself.
Oh, and
which tops off my HP.
By the way, Gorefist, we'll talk about
what happened sometime later this week.
Well, we'll have a conversation with you and the Jackal at the beginning of next section.
Okay.
Gorefist, did you hear me?
Yes, I heard.
You don't sound very excited.
Hey. Just because I don't sound like it doesn't mean I'm not. Because, hiding emotions.
We'll see you next week.